everyone, and welcome back. Hopefully everybody's day has been going well. Today we're just going to go over our predictions on the Cincinnati Bengals schedule this season. Biased Bengals fan, full disclaimer here, but it's our thoughts, our predictions. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on who you guys got coming in here, but we're going to go through week here, starting with week number 1 versus these Chargers, a 4:05 game. Interesting, an afternoon game, kind of a game of the week slot because it is in Cincinnati. Nonetheless, Bengals going to take care of it up against what? I think Brady and I want to say Brady, Saints. Brady and the Saints are the other team slot in there right now, I think, but it'll be interesting. 2 elite pass rushers on the ends and Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa going up against shaky, I guess, do you want to call it shaky or maybe an unproven tackle position, an unproven offensive line, as they got some new faces in there this year, some guys returning from injury. And hey, maybe Hart will be the answer, maybe Williams will be the answer, hopefully they're the answer, but still, week 1, it might take a few weeks, might take a month, whatever it is, for these guys to really build that chemistry together here. And I expect a lot of pressure on Joe Burrow in this one, but LA has quite the dilemma themselves. They appear to want to sit Herbert. I say want to sit because we still see them, they're going with the nod of Tyrod Taylor, a guy that hasn't played meaningful football in 3 years. So it'll be interesting there. I think they're going to struggle from the quarterback position early and often as well, which may benefit the Bengals here to keep them into this game, keep the game low scoring. Nonetheless, I think the offense can handle this one. W for the Bengals, 1-0 start. Then it's off to Cleveland for week 2 on Thursday Night Football. One of the Bengals' only 2 wins last season was against Cleveland. Their one loss to the Browns only by 1 possession. In most cases, I'd say Taylor is still yet to prove himself, albeit I think and I hope he will this season, but he's yet to prove himself from a game planning standpoint, and on a short week, that is not a good sign. But because it is the Browns, because it does feel like if there was a team, you'd say it feels like Taylor has an idea of how to handle, how to play and beat, it's the Browns. And for that reason, we're going to say the Bengals, under the lights, Joe Burrow, new era Bengals here, going to start winning those games in the dark, fellas. Bengals 2-0. Week 3 is against the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's going to be tough to judge road games, especially early in the season, as I would imagine with how terribly we're handling the pandemic. Just, call it how it is, how terribly we're handling here. How bad it's going. We're not going to have fans week 3, right? No fans in the stadiums, not even light capacity. So we'll have to wait and see how it does play out, having, no fans. How much does that affect the road team, and obviously the traveling, everything else that is associated with playing in an opposing team stadium. We'll see. I think it's going to be tough, though. Philly's going to pose problems. Bengals going to lose this one. Week 4 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags are a bit of a wild card here. I want to think they can, put together a solid season. We've seen some flashes and promise out of Minshew last season, but man, I question the mindset of this team. Every time you look, it seems like anytime you hear something coming out of Jacksonville, it's another player wanting out, another player wanting trade, another whatever, causing commotion. It's early. But this could be a statement game for the Bengals in week 4, a very important one that I think the Bengals win to start the season 3-1. Week 5 against the Baltimore Ravens. It'll be interesting to see how teams respond to Lamar this season. He ain't the first running QB to run through the league in 1 year. Everybody goes gaga about him, and all of a sudden teams figure out how to slow him down, and then, oh, there he goes. He's got to figure out a new way to beat offenses, or he's out the door, one or the other. But the Bengals, regardless, dead last in run defense last season. So even with adding some pieces, and I think this defense will be improved because of it, it's yet to be proven. It's yet to be proven against a lethal run game that is Baltimore. Tough for the Bengals to match up with in week 5. Calling the out here for the Bengals, 3-2. Week 6 is against the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Bengals have a hard time with the Colts. This is a very good football team who added, quarterback in Rivers, Jonathan Taylor at running back, who I think he's going to be, if given the chance, man, he's going to be a top 5 running back in this league. He was nasty over there in Wisconsin, but, they added Pittman at wideout. They got some offensive weapons. They got the run game, something I think, but when a team's got both of those dynamics, the Bengals defense might struggle with it, especially early on until they get their footing going here. And I don't know if the Bengals will be ready. I don't think they'll be ready for this Colts team. That's going to be another L, 3-3. Week 7 against the Browns. I just calling it an L right now. I just don't think they beat the Browns. They don't sweep them. They might win. They might lose game 1, win game 2. Might win game 1, lose game 2. We're going to call this one an L. 3-4 for the Bengals heading into week 8 against Tennessee. And I think we get to week 8 as noted by 3-4. And the Bengals are in this must-win situation What Derrick Henry did for this team last season was remarkable. I think it'll be hard for him to repeat. And even if he does, I think this Bengals offense can put up enough points where it might force this Tennessee Titans hand to throw the ball more. We're going to say W for the Bengals, even in that record at 4-4 at the midpoint. Week 10 at Pittsburgh. And hey, I don't want to, compliment or lose to Pittsburgh any more than the next guy. And as much as it pains me to say, I think Pittsburgh's got the chance to win 11, 12, 13 games this season. If Big Ben stays healthy. This was an elite defense last season that was winning games with, a fifth string high school quarterback, it felt like, for the Steelers. So Bengals going to lose this one. 4-5. Week 11 versus Washington. Washington is the start of a soft slate of winnable games here for Cincy, not to mention the intriguing matchup of starter versus backup at Ohio State. Nothing but the best wishes for Dwayne Haskins this season. Hey, I hope he wins 15 games this season. This ain't one of them. Bengals picking up the W, 5-5. Week 12, New York Giants. Again, winnable game. I don't think Daniel Jones is the answer over there, and they still have some work to do. Besides that, Bengals, W, 6-5. Week 13, Dolphins, Miami, at Miami. We know the teardown and current rebuild phase the Dolphins are in. Bengals need to win these games. This one, no doubt, a must win for Cincy if they want to try to get into playoffs here. 7-5 on the W. Week 14 versus the Dallas Cowboys. A home game versus Dallas. And hey, it's mid-December now. Maybe we start seeing limited capacity crowds. Who knows? No idea. It could help. We'll see what happens. But regardless, still, it's a lethal run game combo with that pass attack in Dallas. Again, I think it's something the Bengals might struggle with here. And it's something that's going to see the Bengals pick up their 6th loss of the season. Week 15. It feels like this slot's designated to the Steelers every single year. Week 15, the 15th or 14th game of the season. Monday Night Football. And here's the hoping we have meaningful football versus the Steelers again late in the year. I think the Bengals can steal one here. Again, a series split. We said if Big Ben's healthy, if James Conner's healthy, that's a lot of big ifs for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and their fans will let you hear all about the health issues with those guys. And there's a good chance, we catch Pittsburgh shorthanded in one of these. And if not, it's still week 15, and I think we're really going to start to see Joe Burrow settle in. Later in the year, he's going to really start to shine here. Bengals, 8-6. Week 16, Houston Texans. I really don't know what Bill O'Brien's trying to do with this team. I don't think anybody knows. That includes his own team. All I know is they traded away arguably the best wide receiver in the league for an injury-prone player who was benched last season. And now their current number one plays about as much as AJ Green does. So here we go. Bengals handling this one. W. Week 17. Baltimore, Cincy, home game. Oh, Baltimore, how we meet again, likely with playoff implications on the line once more. This could be a huge game. I'm not convinced this won't be for a division title or for a wild card spot for both teams. We brought it up with Pitt. Joe Burrow is going to be settled in. By week 17, I think we're going to know. We're going to know if, and I don't want to think about this, but we're going to know if he's going to be promising, if he's going to be this franchise quarterback, or if he is, like I said, dare I say it, the B word. We're not even going to say it. No faith in it, but we're going to know. We're going to know if Coach Taylor is able to point this team in the right direction. One thing we know is this man is built for big games, that being Joe Burrow. Trust Joe. Trust in this being a new era Bengals. A new era Bengals that sees the Bengals win big games. I said it. The Bengals win big games. And I tell you what, this will be the closest thing. If it all plays out this way, it might be the closest thing to a playoff win the Bengals have had in my lifetime. And I'm looking forward to it. A statement game. A statement game. I said a statement game. Life breathed into this franchise. We're getting fancy on this one. Bengals 38. Ravens 34. Bengals making playoffs this season. Call me over optimistic. That's our thoughts on this one. We'll see how it turns around. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.